let's not mess about. Let's get straight into it. The backdrop is it's the 2022 Brazilian Grand Prix. Max is in 6th place. Sergio Perez is in 7th place, which sounds crazy to say given the season they've had. That they were fighting over 6th and 7th is insane, but things happen how they happen. And Max was instructed by the team to let Sergio through. On, I think 3 separate occasions said, Max let him through, Max let him through, Max let him through, and he ignored it every time. Then at the end, he comes on the radio, Max, what happened? He said, I told you. That's just such a terrible accent. Well, let me try my Max Verstappen impression. I said already to the team, it's not fair, so... Okay, we'll stop doing that. I'm actually good at some of them. But that was not a good one. No, but he said, I told you I'm not letting them past. I gave my reasons and I stand by it. And didn't let him pass. So that's and Sergio said, it shows who he really is. Wow. My impressions are usually good, I promise, but this is not. Let's see what I can do. Let's do Fernando Alonso. Okay. I get damaged into turn 4 because of our friend, and finally on the straight. Thankfully, only one. Right, I'm gonna stop doing that. So, anyway, that's the facts of what happened. Those are the facts. Now we get into kind of gossipy, what's going on. But basically, the general consensus. I've done my research. Basically, the general consensus is that Max's vendetta against Sergio in this situation spurns, whatever, all the way back to the Monaco Grand Prix, where, if you remember, Sergio Perez crashed in qualifying when he was in 3rd place and Max was in 4th on a much quicker lap. Monaco, with these enormous limousine cars, you can't overtake around there. If you mess up qualifying, forget about it. Go home. Even though Ferrari actually were 1 and 2 and ended up messing that up. But that's a different thing for a different day. So yeah, and then obviously Sergio went on to win that race. At the time, he was still very much in the championship hunt. There was only 25 points separating him, Max, and Charles, which again seems insane given that Max is on 500,000 points. Now, if that is true, I agree with Max. And if it's not true, I still agree with Max, because I just want you to understand this. Max is a 2-time world champion. He currently has the most points anyone has ever gained in a season. He currently has the most wins anyone has ever gained in a season. He's been dry, with the exception of this weekend where he's been a bit of a shit show for him. He's been driving incredibly, and Perez has taken half the season off. I think Perez has been the most overrated and underperforming driver this season relative to his car's performance. The guy has had Monaco, he won. He had another win in somewhere else. And aside from that, he's pretty much been sat with his feet up at the beach, drinking a sangria with the hat. I just don't understand what we're talking. He's been remarkably underwhelming this season. And now, in a race where Perez is 7th on merit, Max, regardless of whether you think the crash was his fault or not, Max has had a crash, ended up 14 seconds off the next last place, not 14 seconds off the lead, 14 seconds off 19th, and still overtakes you on track because you're sat on the beach with the sangria, and then you're going to demand that you go back ahead of him for your little fight for second place. Pathetic. I think it's pathetic that they're even asking Max. I agree with him in saying, why are you asking him that? Max is a winner through and through. This is getting into fanboy Max territory. I'm not a Max fanboy. But, you know, would you ask Lewis Hamilton to get out of the way so George can get fourth in the championship? But no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because they're above that. And I get it if we're talking constructors, if we're in a constructors fight and we can get an extra place in the constructors championship, different story. For the sake of Sergio getting second in the championship, 140 points off of the lead or whatever it is, I just think it's a pathetic thing to even be asking for. Like, why are you even asking that? Go, Max, can I have your 6th place? No, you can't. You've been crap all season long, with the few exceptions. Sat on the beach playing music, la la la. Well, Max has been breaking records and being incredible, and you're gonna demand that you can go past him. Forget the Monaco stuff. And if the Monaco stuff was true, forget it. Like, seriously, forget it, because that was actually for a win. He could be on 15 wins now. He could be even more points. Max is trying to break records. He currently has the most points ever scored in a season. He's going to want to get that as high as possible. I don't think he should be giving away a 6th place for second in the championship. Get lost. Miss me with that bullshit. I just think that's ridiculous. Is it petty of Max? Yes, it's very, very petty. Is it going against the team, and that's really something that kind of needs to be nipped in the bud by the team? Otherwise, Max would just call the shots from now. Yeah. Do I get it? And do I go as someone who's a winner and who's been bred to win? You gotta remember, these Max Verstappens, these Lewis Hamiltons, these Michael Schumachers, they're not normal people. They're born winners, born killers. Not like Perez, who's begging for a 6th place. And I think if the roles were reversed, I cannot foresee a multiverse of madness where Max has been overtaken by Perez on merit after he was 14 seconds off 19th place and is going, oh, do you think you could let me have your 6th place so I can get second in the championship? That's not on his radar. And I think it's kind of embarrassing to even ask the question. And do I think he should help him in Abu Dhabi if it's the last lap of the last race for him to get second over Charles? No. No, I do not. It's pathetic. It's totally pathetic. Max shouldn't be going against the team, just as a principle of you are on the team's payroll at the end of the day. Correct. You should never go against, directly defy the team's orders. However, I totally get it from, this is embarrassing. Why are you even asking me this? Would like to reiterate, I'm not a Max fanboy. In fact, I'm even going to tell you who I am a fanboy of. Lando Norris and Fernando Alonso are the two I'm like, these guys. But they're nowhere near in a position to fight for the championship at the moment. Let's hope that changes next season. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to say that to double down on the fact that I'm not a Max fanboy. I am not. However, I'm just calling it how I see it. And this, what did Perez say? Something. He's won 2 championships, and that's partly to me. Partly, as in this much partly. Most of it was just you were never a threat because you were sat at a beach with the hat listening to music. So, anyway, yeah. The Max haters are not going to like this video. The Max fanboys are going to think I'm one of them, and I'm not. I'm nothing. I'm a neutral, despite what I just said. So, yeah. Again, thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to know what other people think. I've seen a bit of a mixture of opinions of people going, oh, Monaco's out of order, so yeah, he's in the right, or he should always play the team game, or Perez, blah, blah, blah. So, I would love to hear what you lot think. So let me know. Is Max in the right? Is Perez in the right? Is Red Bull in the right? Or is no one in the right? Is everyone wrong? I don't know. You tell me. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.